The Redmi Note line is currently on its 12th version, and there are 4 different versions available: the standard 12, the 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Plus, and the 12 Explorer Edition. The Explorer Edition and its 210-watt charging will be featured in a separate post on our newsfeed, while the first 3 phones will be covered here. The Redmi Note 12 5G receives Qualcomm Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 SoC in place of MediaTek's Dimensity 1080 chipset in all 3 Pro variants. This time, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus launched a 200-megapixel camera. Compared with phones in the same price range, it has opened a gap in terms of images. From a gimmick, a 200-megapixel camera at a price of $276 has indeed made this difference. Since the image is so high profile, let's talk about this 200-megapixel camera first. The 200-megapixel main camera on the rear of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is equipped with optical image stabilization. It uses the HPX image sensor just released by Samsung, a 1.4-inch sensor outsole, and supports 4 pixels combined to synthesize 50-megapixel photos. The default shot proof is 12.5 megapixels, which is a photo of 16 pixels in one. In camera more ultra-clear mode, you can take 50-megapixel photos by default, and the 200 megapixels on the shooting interface can be lit up to be able to shoot with 200 megapixels. The shooting speed is very fast, less than 1 second. Comparing the 12.5 megapixel, 50 megapixel, and 200 megapixel proofs of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus, after enlarging the photo, it is obvious that the 200 megapixel, 50 megapixel and 12.5 megapixel have higher resolution. However, compared with 50 megapixels, the improvement of 200 megapixels is not obvious, and the details of the enlarged high-pixel proofs will have a sense of smearing. In addition, ultra-clear mode also provides a 2x shooting focal length. There are still 2 imaging specifications of 200 megapixels and 50 megapixels. Compared with the normal mode, the 2x shooting quality is also clear. However, it should be noted that when the ultra-clear mode is turned on to take photos, the shooting cannot be optimized in the HDR mode, resulting in some overexposure in the photos of the phone, which will be more obvious when shooting night scenes. I think the significance of 200 megapixels is that when I see a beautiful scenery and want to take pictures, but I don't know how to compose the picture for a while, so I directly use the 200 megapixels ultra-clear mode to take the next large pixel photo, and then obtain a better composition by cropping, or crop a distant scene to retain the still clear picture quality details. As for the image size, the size of a 200 megapixel photo is about 30 megabytes, and the size of a 50 megapixel photo is about 12 megabytes. In sunny weather, the image color of Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus tends to be rich, especially when taking sky photos. The sky will be too blue, but fortunately, such rich colors are more eye-catching for most people who have no photography foundation, can also take good-looking photos. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus still has a good shooting performance in most cases with sufficient light conditions. The colors are rich and bright, which is in line with the aesthetic preferences of the public, and the details are relatively clear, which is enough to send to the circle of friends. Even in a backlight environment, the backlight part still has a fairly good picture quality. When shooting a night market at night or buildings with light, the shooting effect of Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is not bad. It is bright and not lacking in details, and the processing of light and dark complements each other, but in some scenes, the suppression of highlights is still lacking. In low-light scenes, the shooting effect of Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is relatively general. The picture brightness is not enough, and the color loss will be more obvious. Although the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is not equipped with a telephoto camera, the default shooting interface provides a 2x zoom shooting focal length, and a telephoto shooting angle is obtained by cropping. For telephoto shooting, it provides a maximum zoom factor of 10 times. Although the shooting of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus cannot be as good as the flagship phone, it is not easy to be able to shoot such an effect in the price range of $276, which is also the key to the success of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus in the same line of phones. In terms of performance, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus launched the Dimensity 1080 processor for the first time. In the overclocked version of the Dimensity 920, the performance is slightly stronger. It scored 500,000 points in Antutu. The sequential read speed of the storage is 1008.9 megabyte per second, and the sequential write speed is 822.5 megabyte per second. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus uses UFS 2.2 flash memory and LPDDR4X memory. It uses 12 and 256 GB storage specifications. When playing the Honor of Kings game, Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus can set the game screen to the highest frame rate, ultra-high resolution, and run at a maximum frame rate of 90 frames for 30 minutes. The average frame rate of the game is 87.3 FPS, and the game process is smooth, no obvious lag. After 30 minutes of gaming, using an infrared thermometer, the maximum temperature on the front of the phone was 39.1 degrees Celsius, and the back of the phone was 40.3 degrees Celsius. In the rear camera module area, you will feel a certain warmth when you get started. Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus can also play PUBG, but the maximum game frame rate can only be set to 60 frames. At this time, the game picture quality is smooth, and the game frame rate fluctuates, but the experience does not feel any obvious lag. The average game frame rate is 57.83 FPS, which is acceptable. However, the performance of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is not enough to support the smooth running of the Genshin Impact game. From a performance point of view, Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus has no problem playing mainstream games, such as Honor of Kings and PUBG, and the daily phone experience is relatively smooth. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus has a built-in 5000 mAh battery and is equipped with a 120-watt super fast charge. This large battery and ultra-high specification charging power greatly relieve the anxiety of battery life when using the machine, and it can be fully charged in about 19 minutes. The Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is not too brilliant in appearance and continues the practical workmanship. The back of the 3D curved body has a matte, delicate and silky touch to maintain a comfortable grip. The middle frame is made of plastic. The one I started is the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus Time Blue color scheme. Under the condition of light exposure, the back of the phone shows a gradual transition between bright blue and dark blue, and under different angles of light, it presents different visual perceptions. The front of the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is equipped with a 6.67-inch centered single-hull OLED display, with a resolution of 2400 by 1080. A drill-like arrangement, supports 120Hz high refresh rate, 100% P3 color gamut, and 1920Hz high-frequency PWM protection. The complement is that the hole for the front camera is very small, which minimizes the screen defects caused by the hole as much as possible, and a built-in 16-megapixel selfie lens. As usual, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus uses the side fingerprint unlocking and integrates the identification module into the power button, which is no different from the ordinary power button in appearance. But the measured fingerprint unlocking success rate is high. Even if my thumb is sweaty, it can still be unlocked under the circumstance of the screen. Compared with the optical fingerprint unlocking under the screen, I think this side fingerprint solution is more practical. However, because the fingerprint recognition area is relatively small, it is recommended to enter more fingerprints on the edge of the finger when entering fingerprints. In other respects, the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus is equipped with stereo dual speakers, which can be played horizontally to form a stereo field, and the 3.5mm headphone jack is retained. It is also equipped with an infrared sensor, which can make the phone act as a remote control, and has a built-in NFC function, which can simulate bus cards, door keys, etc., which is highly praised. What I think is commendable is that the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus has begun to focus on the photography of phones with a price of $276. For those who have a budget of $276 and pay more attention to photography than performance, it provides an option. For example, parents at home, they are such a group of people. They don't play games on their phones, but just chat, watch videos, brings a shooting experience that was not available at this price of phones in the past, and is equipped with optical image stabilization, which also reduces the situation of handshake. From the perspective of performance, photography, battery life, charging, etc., the Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus has a good configuration at the price of over $276, and the performance is also good. It fills the shortage market of camera phones in the price range of $276. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Have a nice day and see you soon.